Good afternoon. It's cloudy and 13 degrees in Kelowna at 4 p.m. I'm Josh Duncan, and this is what the Kelowna Now newsroom is following today. Kelowna Ribfest will return this summer for the first time since 2019. The popular multi-day food festival will be held in City Park over 3 days from July 5th through 7th. Ribfest was a casualty of the pandemic, never making it back after being canceled in the summer of 2020 due to COVID-19 concerns. New organizers are promising some succulent ribs alongside live entertainment, adult beverages, and plenty more. Organizers also announced today that it will be free admission throughout the event, allowing everyone to get in on the Ribfest action. Kelowna Ribfest is still looking for vendors and volunteers, which you can learn more about through the event's website. West Kelowna Council and city staff will be moving into their new City Hall building in mid-April. It's another pushback of that date from an estimate earlier this year when it was hoped city employees would move in by March. And while the building will open for staff in April, it will still be a few more weeks after that until the new City Hall opens to the public. The latest update from West Kelowna's interim CAO, Ron Matuzzi, noted that the financial report on the building has not changed after it was revealed in February the cost of the construction rose from $18 million to $22.8 million. Sum 41 has finally announced the Canadian dates for its final headlining world tour, and the band will be coming to Kelowna. They will take over Prospera Place on Monday, January 13th, and they'll get support that night from fellow Canadian rock bands Pup and Gob. Tickets for what should be a very nostalgic night of rock will go on sale at 10 a.m. on Thursday this week. The following day, Sum 41 will drop their final record, a double album called Heaven X Hell, which will feature 20 total songs. A young child is dead after a tragic incident at a BC Interior lake over the weekend. Emergency crews were called to Tyee Lake, north of Williams Lake, shortly after 5 p.m. on Saturday. They learned that a UTV was driving on the frozen lake when it crashed through the ice and claimed the life of the child. Police are urging people to be cautious as the weather warms up and frozen lakes begin to melt away. The Williams Lake RCMP is assisting the BC Coroner Service in the investigation into this fatal accident. The Northern Lights might be visible over Kelowna this evening. However, it will likely depend on whether Mother Nature wants to cooperate. The Geophysical Institute at the University of Alaska Fairbanks says the K-index measurements will hit 7 tonight and 5 tomorrow. That measurement is used to characterize the magnitude of geomagnetic storms. Anything over 5 typically means prime viewing for aurora borealis. While auroral activity will be high, it will only be visible if Mother Nature plays its part and provides clear skies. Unfortunately, at this point, clouds in the forecast for both the next 2 nights. And finally, in sports, Canada is back on top of the women's curling world for the first time since 2018. After a dominant run at the Scotties in February, Rachel Homan's rink followed it up with an impressive 13-1 run at the Worlds. That culminated in a win in Sunday night's final over Switzerland, the 4-time defending champs, which sent the crowd in Sydney, Nova Scotia into a frenzy. Homan made some spectacular shots to earn her second career world title, 7 years after her first and 6 years after Canada last won on that stage. You can read more about those stories and plenty others over at KelownaNow.com. Thanks as always for tuning in to our live news update this afternoon. Have yourself a wonderful evening.